If you've got an LED lamp that you really like, but it glows too cold and blue, you can try what we did. We painted the lower part of the glass chimney with orange and yellow stained glass paint, and that led us to updating these thrift shop lanterns. They were just $3 each, and they're really special now. With stained glass paint and copper gilding, they really add to holiday magic. And with the stained glass paint, you can match your home accessories or make fairy tale magic for some of your special friends. Here's how to make stained glass lanterns with love for a country house. We used a high-end stained glass paint called Pébéo Vitrail, and the results are so good you'll pay more than for other paints, but a little goes a long way, even with 3 coats. We used small swabs to fit behind the metal on our chimney lamp, and we used sponges to stipple the paint. If you have a lantern that does not come apart, you can paint the glass first, let it cure, then mask off the glass for spray painting, or you can just go ahead and gild it. Our thrift shop lanterns could come apart. They were held together with small screws. So we got a tiny screwdriver and removed the glass. We put screws in a baggie for later. And then we filed some of the plastic housing so it would look older. The next step was a coat of cranberry spray paint, because red is a traditional base coat when you're planning to gild something. We also used gold paint on some of the details that would not be gilded. Whether you use gold or copper or silver leaf, it will crumble easily into small pieces, and it is so light it can blow away. It tears with the slightest handling if you don't use specialty tools, and it will stick to your fingers, especially when you start using the glue. And for that reason, we keep baby wipes ready to remove the metal from your fingers until you're ready to place it on your project. The first step is to coat the lantern with gilding adhesive. This brand goes on purple and it dries in about 30 minutes and it will level itself, but we put it on as smoothly as possible. Then when the glue is set, we break small pieces of the leaf and place it on the lantern. It's okay to overlap and fill in areas as you go. You just brush off the leaf with a baby wipe so all the excess comes off. You can also use a soft paintbrush for this. So this is what our first coat looks like. You can see there's lots of missing areas, but rather than do more fiddly patching, we're going to do something we haven't seen anywhere else. We're going to put on a second coat. So we put on the adhesive again and we piece the second layer. The second time's the charm, because now after 24 hours with 2 layers of metal, we can lightly sand the surface with a gentle touch and fine sandpaper. This will make the metal look more uniform, like brushed copper, and it will still look old and weathered with a few pits and scratches. Be sure to use your lightest touch if you use this technique. We made a pattern for our glass painting. You can skip this step, but our idea was that when we began to add the stained glass paint, we'd have a good idea of where the colors would appear in those little grills. So we used these little sponge brushes. The littlest ones were the best because they fit right inside the bottle, but we also used some larger ones. And we used a different brush for each color. And you can also cut a piece of sponge, just from ordinary sponge, that will fit inside your bottle. So we colored most of the glass yellow or orange. We put on as heavy a layer as, say, about 3 layers. See, it looks pretty dark, but it'll look lighter when you pick it up. We added some rosy reds and green colors over the orange. Here's one that we colored yellow, and we're adding a little green over one of the corners. And then we let this dry, because what we're going to do now is use this product called Gallagher Glass Clear. This will dry clear, but it goes on white, and when it dries, it looks like pebbled glass. So we put on 3 layers. We let it dry about 30 minutes between layers, and then when it was all finished, we could not wait to put these lanterns back together. We slid the glass back in, we put back in the screws, and there it was, ready for a walk in a magical forest. Well, you don't have to be precise with any of these techniques, and it'll still give you a great look. Don't miss the next project at Steffi McCarthy's Love for a Country House. Click the sun logo to subscribe. See you later.